The house on Maple. It was my grandma's and grandpa's house at the time. My parents and I lived only 2 blocks away on an apartment building. We lived in a smaller city that has only grown over the years. Anyway, I was really young, maybe like 3 or 4. I wasn't in school yet, and I was spending the night at my grandma's house for whatever reason. The way the house is set up is kind of unique. We never used the front door, but we used the back door as the main door. The driveway was connected to an alleyway, like a legit alleyway. The alley was a place of heaven. We all knew our neighbors, and they watched out for us. It was really awesome when we knew when strange cars or people were around. It was tight-knit. Anyway, from the driveway, you have to walk through a metal gate that surrounds the backyard. It's nothing huge. The property is like a quarter of an acre. From the gate, you walked on 3 feet of landscape pavers, up onto a wooden deck. It was about 10 feet of deck before you arrived at the back door, actually a set of back doors. The entire back part of the house consisted of 2 sliding glass patio doors. We only mostly used one. Yes, this is very important. Through the glass doors is an addition that my grandfather built onto the house. We called it the porch. Inside the porch, there was a hot tub. There was a window going into the spare bedroom, which is where I slept, and then a door going into the kitchen. Both the door and window were on the same side. From the kitchen to the first right, there was the basement stairs, and straight ahead was the master bedroom and separate bathroom in a hallway. On the second right went to the living room, where the attic stairs were, and then the door to my room. Okay, now to the real story now that we have the setup. I remember it was nighttime. I was asleep in bed. I don't remember what I did that day. I was so young. What I do remember is waking up suddenly and immediately freaking out. There were tentacles coming out from under the bed. They were aiming straight towards me. Being the brave or idiotic soul I am, I shot up, vaulted out of the bed, got down on my knees, and lifted up the sheets. I looked under the bed and the tentacles disappeared, but underneath the mattress was torn. The torn fabric looked like a hand and it motioned for me to go under the bed. It motioned for me to come here. I ran the other way, out of the room. My tiny child brain decided to go down the basement steps, and that's when the real fear sank in. I go down the first 4 steps and there's a landing. I hit the landing and turn 90 degrees to go down the rest of the stairs. I make it down to the second stair past the landing and freeze. The basement is pitch black, yet there is something coming up. I say something because it was black on black, but its body was like static. It was moving. Yes, it was moving upstairs, but its body itself was also moving. All I can relate it to is when there's static on the TV, but instead of being black and white, it was just black. Its eyes were glowing yellow. It wanted me. I could see the way it looked at me. I screamed the highest, loudest scream I've ever uttered. My grandma came to my rescue by waking up to my terror and turning on the lights. She held me and told me it was all a dream. I stared at where the shadow body was. It vanished before my eyes. Later that year, or the year after, my parents bought the house from my grandparents. I never figured out what it was or what it wanted, but I never saw it again. This is one of many stories I have from that house.